This will be a 180 Q&A for 7 minutes. Did they visit back and forth or go out for evenings together? Yes, I don't know how often, but I know they did. Are you familiar with my client's operation? I'm familiar with the trash chutes installed in the park. Were you present at the time they were installed? No, I was not. Had you received any type of complaints about the way that the trash chutes were operating at the time that you arrived? At the time I arrived, there was no one living there, so there were no complaints at the beginning. When was the first time you were made aware of any type of complaints with the operation of the trash chutes when you were there? October or November. How were you made aware of it? There were owner complaints. What type of complaints were being made to you at that time? The doors were extremely hard to open. Once opened, they couldn't get them closed. From my standpoint, I couldn't adjust them to change the problems. Were there any other complaints you noted from the complaints brought up by the homeowners? That was it. Were the foot pedals operational? In some cases they were, and in some cases they weren't. Could you be more specific about how this trash chute opens? You have a foot pedal on the floor. It's simply activated by pushing on the foot pedal. Approximately how many of these trash chute devices did the homeowners have in the installation when you arrived? They had 4 buildings, so we had 12. Did they all operate under the same principle? That's correct. Did you also note that each and every one of them had problems with the operation of the foot pedal? I'd say 50% of them had problems. Had you had any kind of experience with this kind of problem before you becoming associated with this project? No. Therefore, you could not qualify as an expert in the field in terms of installation of this type of unit. Is that correct? That's right. When you did become aware of these problems that you mentioned, did you get in touch with my client? I brought it to the attention of the people at the construction company. At some point in time, did representatives come out to the premises? I think they did. At approximately what period of time? I don't remember. Would it be a short period of time following your becoming affiliated with the homeowners association? Probably a year or so. Were you present at the time they arrived? I don't remember walking through the property with them, no. Did you ever notice the work being done during the period of time that they came out to repair the problem? Some work was done in the first 4 buildings. What type of work were you aware that was done? They did some additional sheet metal work, that type of thing. Sheet metal work in what respect? Some of the insides of the chutes were damaged and they replaced some of the items. How long a period of time did it take for them to complete their operation? I don't remember. Was it more than a week? They were there, I think, a couple of weeks. Did every one of the trash chutes need some type of repair or adjustment? At that particular time, I really can't say. I don't remember. Right now, we have several of them that we are having problems with. Do you have any opinion as to whether or not these trash chute mechanisms were improperly installed? You can't see the way they were installed. They are behind a wall. Did he indicate to you that you should have some physical therapy, like heat treatments or something? No, he didn't. Did he say that he wanted to see you again, though? Yes, he did. When did he want to see you? In a few days? In a few days, yes. Do you happen to remember what day it was the next time you saw him? When I went to him, it was December the 7th, Monday, but I'm not sure of the other dates. Could it have been 4 days later? Could it have been December 11th? It could have been. Do you remember that visit at all? Yes. Did you drive yourself to his office on December 11? Yes. Did you walk unassisted out to the car from your mobile home, or did your husband help you? He helped me, but he didn't come with you. No, he didn't. Did you walk unassisted from your car to the doctor's office on the 11th? Yes. Between December 7 and 11, during the week that you were at home, were you able to get up and walk around and do some things for yourself? Very little. Did the belt you were given for your rib cage help you in any way? A little. Were you able to make yourself meals during that week? No, I wasn't. Were you able to stand in the kitchen and do anything? No, I wasn't. Where did you spend most of your time? In bed. Was the pain in your ribs better while you were lying down? Slightly. How about your hip? No. No better when you were lying down than when you were standing up. Is that correct? Right. Let's get back to December 11. That would be your second visit to the doctor's office. Did you arrive about the same time as you did on December 7? They were always morning appointments. Did you see the doctor on December 11? No. When you went in on December 11, did you report to some nurse? Yes. What did she tell you with regard to what treatment would be rendered that day? She didn't tell me anything. I was to go sit down in the waiting room, which I did. Then what happened? Then they called me, and I believe it was Mrs. Mason that called me. Is Mrs. Mason a doctor? No, a nurse. Then what happened? They put me in a room and gave me therapy. Would you describe the therapy for me? Well, it was some sort of a lamp treatment. Heat lamp? I don't know if it's a heat lamp or an ultraviolet lamp. She would snap it on, and in a couple of minutes, it went off.